that problem when we get there. All right, let's go. So last time you guys opened up a whole fucking bag of beans and shenanigans. So let me recap.
Billions were spilled.
Let me recap for you real quick how everything went down. All right. So first, you guys got this bag of beans as a reward, and Tornus thought it would be really funny to, oops, I dropped a bean, and came out with.
I rolled a natural 1, so it actually was an oops.
Yeah.
I dropped a
oops,
bean.
I dropped a bean.
I was being careless with it, but it was unintentional from a player character's perspective.
So Tornus, you drop a bean, and you got a whole bunch of sprouts that were screaming, and you killed an entire bar, almost killing all of yourselves. And I think you're the only one that survived that, so you kind of carried your party out. Skellington helped, tripped the captain of the guard there, and watched her die. Closed the door, healed up your team, and the town started asking questions. To where you started divvying out beans to everybody in your party. Another bunch of sprouts came, killed everybody that was gathering. And a pyramid appeared out of nowhere, pushing you guys back away from the sprouts, killing and crushing the sprouts, and killing and crushing a lot of the people that were there. Also kind of destroying the bar / inn that you guys just came out of. Which knocked all of you guys essentially out with beans in your hand, and now more beans started sprouting. And some sprouts came, some eggs came, a pyramid came, crushed the sprouts, crushed the eggs. As the pyramid was growing, some bullets appeared and kind of trickled their way down. The train kind of went up on the pyramid with you guys, and we don't know what happened to that yet. Everybody goes up on the pyramid, and a Trent kind of appears and worked its way down to the bottom of the pyramid. And you guys have literally been unconscious and released havoc, but still survived.
Can I say that whole explanation reminded me of Patrick Stewart's introduction at the beginning of Romeo and Juliet? Or
told you so.
He dies, she dies. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
Random.
So yeah, now you have essentially 2 pyramids that you've got to figure out what happened there. 2 bullets kind of roaming around, and a tree sprouted in the middle of town. As you guys begin to wake up, everybody leveled up last week, and as you all know, with my level ups, you were at full health. So it's going to help you a little bit with this episode.
We are level 5 or 6.
You were at level, I think you're at level 4 last week, so you will be at level 5.
Okay.
And who wants to do the first perception check?
I will.
Okay.
A 21.
21. Excellent. So you kind of like wake up and you realize the town is on fire. You hear distant growling towards the edge of the town there. Not quite sure what that's from. A random tree is sprouted in the middle of the town. You see 2 pyramids, and you see your companions, Earl, Semoto, and Tornus. You do not see Anka. You look down behind you, and you see the train that you came on resting perfectly next to the pyramid, undamaged.
Okay. I'm gonna crawl to the others and try and wake them up.
Yeah, sure. They're pretty close, so you can absolutely crawl over to them and start waking them up. Which one do you want to wake up first?
I'll go to Tornus.
Just shaking me?
Yeah.
Come on. It's such a good dream.
I just put my finger on like the lips of my mask and just like quiet.
Okay. I mean, I'm not really into you though, so
I just
I'm really
point at
flattered.
like the Trent that's like walking around.
That's a big tree.
It's not walking. It is standing still. But yeah, you could definitely notice it's a Trent for sure. It was not there before.
Yeah. I move to the next person.
All right, you have Samoto and you have Earl.
I get Samoto.
Okay.
What happened?
Put my fingers on my lips again.
Why
Be
does my
quiet.
back hurt?
And I move to Earl.
And she would just kind of like stir softly and then blink her eyes open, very confused and looking around.
Same thing. Put my finger on my lips.
Got it.
All right. So you all are awake. What do you want to do first? Now you are at the top of this pyramid. Now this pyramid's not like a smooth pyramid to where like you have to almost hold on and grip or you're gonna fall. It does like have kind of like a level system where you could walk up, but it is very, very steep and very tricky to kind of walk on. You can't just stand on it. It would be like if you stood on it, your toes would be off the edge of each block there. So very, very thin stepping places.
Well, this has been a nice town. I think it's been a good visit, but I think it's time for us to leave. Is that our train down there? Does it look like anything's around it? And I'll kind of peer out the train and see if there's how close is it to the Trent, and is there any like creatures or any damage to it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a perception check.
All right. 9 plus 4, 13.
It seems fine.
I mean, we could probably just make a straight run for the train and get the hell out of here, right? I mean, how fast is a tree really going to go?
A fair assessment there. So the way that you guys would be able to get down is we will do a series of checks for you here. I don't care what the check is, but you gotta make it make sense to how you're going to get down. So you could use acrobatics, you could do athletics, you can do performance, but you can't do like something like persuasion and try and persuade your way down. I don't care how you do it. It is 60 feet. You guys can do 30. So the way that I'll do it is this. You either will pass and you could do your full movement down. You kind of pass, but it's a little tricky where you do half movement down, or you fail and we're going to see what happens. So who wants to try and go first?
How far you say it's down?
You are
60 feet?
60 feet in the air.
Okay.
Does everyone agree that we should just make a beeline for the train, or does anyone else have a different idea?
I think we should probably leave. Where's Anka?
Oh, yeah. Skellington, did you see her?
I look around with a much more paranoid. Like you just see someone like look in every direction, but like does not see the person they're looking for.
No, she doesn't.
Is he panicking?
Yes.
So I would just look at Skellington and just kind of do the same motion and put my palm up as like in a gentle way, like calm, like and she's just gonna mouth to him, we'll figure this out.
Maybe she's already at the train. Maybe she got there first.
You see him kind of like compose himself. I rolled, but I composed myself.
Okay.
In front of you.
Well, if we need to get down there quietly and quickly, I suggest we do it in a single file. Everybody just start jumping off, and I will cast Featherfall on you.
Oh, I can do that too. Well, I
Alright,
mean, I
let's
could do
go.
it once, but, you know.
So you're going to jump
Skelly start.
outward real quick and try and feather fall down. Okay, so that mean you could do that, and that would get you about, if you can jump 30 feet, that'll get you halfway there. But remember, it is a pyramid, so it'll only get you to a certain level unless you know how to jump a lot.
Let me look at this spell. What does it say?
Yeah, as soon as you touch the ground. So if we have a one drop, as soon as you hit the ground, the spell ends.
Yep.
So it's only
Choose
good
up to
if
five
there's like a
creatures, falling creatures with a range. A falling creature. Okay. It doesn't say. Because in Baldur's Gate 3, it works differently. Featherfall basically makes you jump really far.
Yeah, no, here in 5e, it's just if you fall,
Yep.
you don't take damage from falling.
That's it. They have another
I
feature
will.
called jump. That'll help you jump far, but
I will just try and use acrobatics and go down the whole pyramid.
all right, cool. So go ahead and roll your acrobatics there.
17.
Yeah, that's good enough to get you the 30 feet. You are just kind of breezing through this, taking your time, making sure that, you got proper footing, whatever, but you're able to get the whole 30 feet.
gonna try to race him like a
Okay.
smart man would.
So do you
Seeing him go ahead, I'm like, he's not gonna beat me, and I rolled a 14 for acrobatics.
Okay, so 14 is gonna be so you're making some really quick decisions, really poor decisions. You slip up a couple times, so that kind of get you halfway down. So you go about 15 feet down.
So is it that
So he's beating you.
we're trying? Is it that we're trying to get down safely, or we're just trying to get down quietly?
That is up to you.
Or get down first, so.
Here's a question: what's the shape of this pyramid? Because here in Mexico, they're shaped with stairs in the center.
No, there's no
And go
there's
up,
no
like,
stairs
3
in the
levels?
center. It is, like I mentioned before, it's not smooth. There are some like kind of
So it looks
blocks.
like an Aztec.
Yeah, pretty Aztec-y. But the steps are very, very thin, so you have to be very careful doing it, or you can easily slip in.
Steps are thin.
Fall. Yep.
Nate, so
Okay.
I just rolled acrobatics 21.
Okay, so yeah, you can get the full 30 feet there. That's
Okay,
easy for you.
I'm going to just take it easy and go down there slowly. I guess with dexterity. I guess
Yeah,
don't wanna
you can use
fall down.
acrobatics if you want.
acrobatics. I am not good with acrobatics.
You could also use athletics.
I got 12 for acrobatics.
Okay, so 12. Again, you kind of slip up. You're not doing horrible, but you're being a little extra cautious. You lose your footing a little bit, so you're able to get 15 feet out of the 60.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back to Skellington. If you want to try and roll again to get the rest of the way down.
All right. A 25.
You're able to get the rest of the way down, and I'm assuming you guys went towards the train. So
Yes.
okay, so you get the rest of the way down, and you were in front of the train. And that'll be all of your movement for this moment. I will do Tornus. Go ahead and roll your acrobatics.
I'm trying to remember
athletics.
like how jumping works. If I wanted to try and jump as far as I can, but I don't remember mechanics for jumping.
So I believe jumping is movement plus strength.
I got a -2, so I go backwards.
So you would jump essentially like 28
Whee!
feet or something like that. I think that, or maybe it's 10. Maybe it's 10 feet plus your strength. So you would jump 8 feet, something like that. But you'd still need to catch. Or
Yeah. So I want to see like if I think I could just take a leap as hard as I could forward, and then as I'm falling, do feather fall on myself and try and land like Superman or superhero to the ground right in front of Skellington.
all right. Okay. So let's do this. Let's have you roll a just straight strength roll.
Okay.
Now here's how this
Total of 3.
So this is how I'm gonna do that for you. You're gonna jump, and as you go to leap off, you lose your footing, slip on your ass, and you start to plummet real fast. So at this point, you were sliding down, hitting each bump. The longer you do this, the more damage you're going to take because you were literally hitting each bump on the way down. Or you can roll either strength or acrobatics to try and catch yourself, or you can roll feather fall on yourself to at least get footing.
I'm gonna try and do acrobatics to make it look like I'm sliding down this on purpose and like roll, kind of try and catch myself.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Trying to show off.
So go ahead.
He
Do
just
it.
got a broken tailbone at the end.
18.
Okay.
Not a bad roll, but
it's not a bad
fantastic.
roll. So you slide down about another 15 feet, realize you're not in control, and you're just like, oh, I know what I can do. And like you kind of flip around and take you have like a dagger or something and kind of stab it into the pyramid and catch yourself there. As you are now halfway down.
Kind of look around to see if anyone saw that not so impressive display.
I'm going to look at him and then just shake my head.
Okay, Simoto, it is your turn to see what you do. So you are 15 feet down. You still have 45 feet to go.
Okay. I'm not trying to race people because I'm not competitive like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to get down without hurting myself. So if I feel more confident with the advancement I've made, I'm just going to maybe pick up the speed a little bit if I feel like I can. I'm not going to be sprinting. I might walk just slightly faster.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your acrobatics.
It's oh boy. It's a 2.
All right, so you're like, oh, I feel pretty confident I could do this, and like you go to put your foot on a little step there, and the step breaks, and you are now also going to slide down and start sliding past Tornus. You can either do a dexterity saving throw to try and catch yourself. You can cast Featherfall on yourself to try and slow yourself down, so then you can easily grab something. Hope that Tornus catches you, or you can slide the rest of the way down. The farther you go, the more damage you're going to take.
I'm just gonna see if I can't stop myself from
Okay.
continuing the fall.
So then go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw.
Boy. Oops, that was acrobatics. Dexterity.
Mhm.
To 10.
Okay, it's not perfect. But you are able to like jab. I'm gonna assume like you have a dagger or something like that, right? So you're able to jab something in, and it starts slowing you down, and it does hurt a bit, but you are now halfway there. And you're only gonna take go ahead and roll a d4 for damage there. You're gonna take a little bit of damage.
1.
There you go. So you just kind of like scrape your arm there.
Did I take damage? I didn't roll for anything.
No, you did not.
Yay.
It is Earl's turn. Do you make it the rest of the way down or not?
So I will roll acrobatics again.
Yep.
That's a 17.
That will do it. You were able to get your way down there easily, and now you're standing next to Skellington. So 2 of you are down, 2 of you are halfway down. Let's finish off the people that are down. Are you guys going to go on the train? You're going to wait for your party members.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'll wait too.
All right.
I give Earl a high five when she makes it down.
Nice. All right, Tornus, it's your turn.
Just sort of begrudgingly stand up, knowing that I've lost 2 people, and just focus on walking down quickly, but not racing.
Yeah, go
Sort
ahead.
of a grumpy mood. So acrobatics is a total of 20, a dirty 20.
All right. You were able to get down grumpily, unhappy, kind of pouty, but you are down.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? I just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
I got wings.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't need to be walking.
No, you can absolutely
just
fly
fly
down.
down.
Yeah. Wings are new to
I'm
you,
just
so I
gonna be like,
mean,
you know what? I'm gonna use these wings. What do these wings look like?
so
Do they look like angel wings or do they look like
so no, you are
dragon wings?
you are dragonborn, so it kind of like comes out of your DNA here. So you sprout out these dragon wings that you have not used since you've gotten them. You've actually been trying to hide them, but now you're just like, wait a minute, I'm taking all this damage. I'm hurting myself. This is hard. I've got these wings that I can use. And you absolutely
Worst case
stretch out your
scenario.
wings.
Worst case scenario is I fall and I use Featherfall on myself.
Worst case
I
scenario.
jump and I try to take flight and see if I can't glide the rest of the way down.
All right.
He's gonna be like, someone play the Greatest American Hero theme song.
So
Flying through land.
you leap, and as you leap, it is almost as if your wings know exactly what to do, and they stretch out and they catch the wind, and you start to sail outward around. You're able to turn and kind of direct yourself down and land perfectly as if you've been flying your entire life.
Nice.
I feel like I was born for this.
This makes me
I look at
even
these
more
wings.
grumpy,
Mhm.
seeing him fly around there and just look totally badass. I'm like, God.
Sam, you have this
Okay,
extreme
Hornet.
urge to just let out a very satisfying roar. Let's see if you do that. Go ahead and roll just a regular d20 to see if you let out this victorious growl or roar.
It's a 5.
Yeah, you don't know. Something just comes over you and you start roaring to like the top of your lungs with satisfaction. And it sounds very
Ah!
not
Perfect.
not quite like that, but yeah, there is some growl to it a little bit, and it sounds as if a baby dragon is trying to release its first steps into victory. And
Like the scene in Lion King.
exactly, yeah. If you think of Simba like trying to roar at that. Yeah. And all of a sudden a stampede comes. So yeah, you guys are down. You're in front of the train. What do you guys want to do?
I guess get on the train.
Perfect.
I fly on top of the train.
Oh, you're gonna just leap on top of the train? Okay, yeah. So you fly on top of the train there.
We need
Kneel.
to. We're all damaged, so we need to like take a rest.
No, you're
train would
all
be a
you're
better
all
place.
fully healed.
Are we? Okay. Oh, that's right, because we leveled up. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, let's go see if she's in the train. Hopefully she's here and we don't need to be looking around town for her.
Hopefully.
All right. Skellington, as you get on the train, I'm assuming you're getting on the look.
Yes.
Alrighty. I need you to make a intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
A natural 20 for 22.
Alrighty. So you get on the train. Now, you've been on this train for a while, right? And you guys have kind of figured out that you can think and the train will take you where you guys want to go. Skellington, as you get on, something in you says that it has changed. Something has changed with this train, with the presence of this train. Now, as you all know, you get in at the dining card area. So usually you get in and like there's always things for you, whatever you need. If it's dinner time, there's dinner. If
Provision.
there's some sort of provision. This is an empty dining cart, and the mood on the train you can almost feel is like loathing, distrust, and unsatisfactory.
Like the train feels betrayed.
It's up to Skellington to figure out.
I didn't know a train could have feelings. I think this train is a little upset with what you guys have done.
What we've done.
No,
We're
I
the
didn't do
victims
anything.
here.
I mean,
Someone gives us a reward for saving and finding out what's happening to fishermen, and the reward blows up in our face. I mean, really, it's on the townspeople for all this. It's not our responsibility. They should have known better than to hand out beans that are going to explode into pyramids and monsters. I mean, really, we deserve another reward. I mean, our reward was bad. It caused damage. Now we need another one. Maybe the train doesn't fully understand the situation here.
I'm impressed with how you turned that around. I'm not going to lie.
What do you mean? I mean, it's just the truth.
I don't think so. We had every right to not use the beans and or
we
figure out what they did before we did anything with them. We could have looked at them, but you all decided to mess around with them first. Now, yes, they could have been a little bit more revealing at what they did if they knew what they did. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, the first bean was an accident. The second bean, yes, that was purposeful, but
You see, Errol kind of give you like a sheepish grin.
but we all were in this.
I think it was mostly you. And he blinks Earl.
I just got curious. Sometimes the curiosity gets the best of me. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And she kind of starts to cry.
I mean, I expected them just to blow up like, the first bean just went poof, a little burst of fire. I can't fault her for thinking it was just going to be a little cracker of noise.
So you end up just playing with bombs if one goes off.
I mean, sometimes.
Interesting. Not quite how I grew up, but
I mean, it wasn't that big of an explosion. It was just like a pop, really.
just be wary.
Yeah, well, I don't think we have any beans left unless someone else was able to hold on to theirs, I think.
No, I had mine in my hand, and then everything started to go apeshit, and it fell out.
So do we think that? Wait, is she here? Have we searched all the rooms yet? I mean, yes, the train is unhappy with us, but
So far, you
I want
guys
to go
haven't
inside
said
the
you.
train now.
But you guys are inside. Oh, you haven't come in. All right, so you go inside the train, and you're like you're so overjoyed about your wings and the fact that you can now fly, and you feel very, very different about yourself. But yeah, you guys have not checked the train yet for anything.
yeah, I'm gonna start looking for Anka. I'm presuming that
Same as well.
I'll go the opposite direction of Skellington so that we cover as much ground as possible.
Okay, so then we'll just say that you go like towards your room to see you're in Earl's room to see if she's that way, and Skellington will go to her room, which is his room essentially, and look there first. So let's start with Skellington. Skellington, you go to the spot where you think she's going to be, which is her bed. And you walk in, and almost kind of like out of habit, you walk in and like close the door behind you and start talking as if she is there, kind of getting the idea of where she went. And as you ask and you turn around and look in her bed, it is empty and gone. Like no one's there. And
No one's there, but everything is here though, the bed and all that.
the bed is there, yes, but she is not
Okay.
there.
Huh.
You can see if maybe she's been there at one point, but you can roll to do that.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay, so that'd be an investigation roll.
22.
There is absolutely no sign of her anywhere. Usually she would, kind of either lift up the covers or go to her wardrobe or something like that. So something that would signify that she's been here, but nothing has changed since you guys got off the train the last
All
time.
right, open up the door, go to the next place. I am livid.
Yep. So the next spot will be Semoto's spot. And as you're going there, Tornus, will go over to you. Your first room is obviously your room. Do you want to look in your room, or do you want to continue down towards the next section there?
Yeah, I mean, I'll glance through the room, but I don't exactly expect her to be in here, so I'll look through it.
Yeah, so you do.
But I'm not like turning over beds or anything.
Yeah, we'll just use your passive perception. What's your passive perception?
Passive is 14.
Yep. So you kind of glance in there. And, oh, nope, nobody's there. Okay, move on to the next one. I'm going to assume you keep going down, go down to Earl's, and again use your passive perception there. And nope, nobody's there. Okay, and that's it. Like kind of peek in. No, I don't see anybody. All right, that was it. And you start heading back to the dining cart there.
Yeah, as I'm walking through, I'll sort of yell, "I don't see her on this side. Was she in her room?"
All right, Skellington, you go over to Semoto's room.
Okay.
And what do you want to do as you enter that room? You don't see anybody.
Like to look through it all.
Yep.
I'm
guessing it's going to be a very thorough investigation. So let's go ahead.
Yeah,
and roll
I do not care about his personal space at this point.
Yep. Nope. Go ahead and roll investigation there.
A 20.
Yep. Like you said, you don't care about his personal space. You start like looking through, look under the bed, look in the bed, nothing's there. Look in the closet. The more you don't see, the more you don't like, the more you start just throwing things out of the way. And you are now tearing this room apart, trying to figure out where in the hell Anka is.
Obviously would only go through the things where she could fit or anything like that or be stored. Other than that, I'm moving the fuck on.
Yep. Nope.
Quick.
There is nowhere else to move on except for back to the dining cart.
Yeah, I go back to the dining car and go back to the rooms he has it as well.
Okay. So you're going to go back.
Like, I'm searching this whole fucking place, and if she's not here, I'm getting off this train.
Alrighty. I'll let you do one last investigation roll and see how well you do for the rest of the train there. Just to speed time along there.
A 16.
Good enough. You are just throwing things around. Each room that you don't see her, the more frustrated you get. And she is nowhere to be found. At this point, it doesn't seem like anybody can even calm you down. You are absolutely livid.
Hey, well, remember that the train can go where we want it to go, so what if we just mind meld it and ask it please and say, take us to Anka?
I'd do that
Give you some
instantly.
Toll later? Maybe we can bribe it? I don't know what trains what.
Okay. So you close your eyes and you think Anka, and the train doesn't move. You think again, where is Anka? Show me Anka. And the train doesn't move. And you get this feeling that the train is dissatisfied with everybody on this train.
What did I do?
You did push over a guard and, close the door in their face, trip them.
Yeah, that was kind of needed, or we would be capital murderers. So.
But you still killed someone for your own.
Yeah, it's true.
I gotta be right back.
Not that my player character minds that at all, right?
Up to your player.
All right. I'm going to get off the train. I will
I'll follow.
All right.
I will go through this entire town if I have to find her.
Okay. So just go ahead and roll investigation, perception, whatever you think is going to be necessary to see if you can find any evidence of her.
A 19.
Alrighty.
Or it doesn't matter, perception or investigation.
Well, either one, which one, the one that you choose is going to tell me how I present your findings.
Investigation.
All right. So you get off and you start like searching. You go to the base of the pyramid. You're walking around. You are like looking for any sign. And you see a piece of cloth. And next to that piece of cloth is some dragging marks that lead into the pyramid that you guys came off of. And the cloth
Oh boy.
is a cut from the piece of her clothing.
Is everybody around me?
I'm with you.
I'll look
I'm-
around to see if the others are here.
I might not be there yet. I'm in the train trying to convince the train that Anka is the heart of our party. And though we may have been lost a little bit without her, I can't imagine what's going to happen. We really need her back. And with her, we can resume our activities as the heroes we really should be. So I'm trying to weave this whole tale about how she's amazing and we're going to turn it around and try and convince the train to take us to Anka because without her we're lost and with her we can save the world.
All right, what is your persuasion check modifier?
Plus 11.
Came back.
Okay.
Nice.
So plus 11 will allow you to kind of communicate a little bit with it. I need you to roll a perception check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yep, and there's a reason why I'm choosing that.
Ooh, first was I got a, what is it? 4 plus 4. 8. 8 is my perception
Alrighty.
total.
For whatever reason, you cannot get a sense of what this train is doing. For all you know, it is a piece of metal that, just can detect your thoughts. And that's just the magic of the train. It's not even a real being. It's not a real person. It doesn't have thinking. It doesn't have any real means of communication. You just think and you go, and it's broken.
Okay. I will kind of like kiss my fingers and then put it to like the door as I'm walking out to go after Skellington, and he'll say, "I promise we'll do better." And I'm not being truthful, but my persuasion and deception are both plus 11.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
but I'm
no, that's
trying
fine.
to communicate with it that we're going to do better. Come and help us out later when you're feeling better. Kind of.
Sure,
thoughts.
yeah, that makes sense.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can't figure out how this train works?
Yes, you can.
I only rolled a 10 for a 17.
You only rolled a 10 for a 17. A 17 is going to be good
Yeah.
enough to tell you a couple things about this train. So this is a self-propelled vehicle. Okay. Obviously it hovers over the ground, but it does detect the thoughts or detect the commands of the trusted passengers. Otherwise, it's got its own brain system. It does have a couple features. If somebody decided to attack it, there's certain types of damages that can hurt it, certain types of damages that can't hurt it. But it is also a very customizable train. It does work best on the trust or attunement of its passengers. So it is a sentient-ish being.
Interesting.
With that, can I tell what the train's name is?
Yes, you can. The train's name is TRAIN. It's an acronym for Transportable Robotic Autonomous Intelligent Navigator.
That's so Micah.
You hear that, guys? It's sentient.
I've already left to be with Skellington. I imagine you're looking around. You're like, wait, where'd they go?
Is there any sort of like display device or something
A display device?
that it has?
Not in any
Yeah.
compartment that you've been able to find, but you do sense that there is what it considers to be the brain system.
Okay, so I know where the brain system is.
It's in the head where the locomotive engine would technically be.
And can I see if I can't try to understand, mind meld myself with it to see if I can't talk to it?
You want to try and mind meld?
I don't have any spells that would help me with that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
except
how are you going to
person.
do that?
It's not a person.
It's not a person.
Yeah.
Sentience doesn't do anything with that, though. It doesn't help.
No, it's a sentient like. It's not sentient like it can sit there and you know, it has feelings and it is whatever, but it does have a sentience, or an artificial sentience is probably the best way to describe that. Kind of like a Warforged.
Whoever created this train is genius.
Genius and extremely powerful.
Well, we're not going anywhere without Anka first, so we should probably start looking for her.
Alrighty.
Are you saying that to
Maybe she
yourself?
fell. Maybe she fell out on the other side of the pyramid. We should probably go check.
No, I'm saying, are you talking to yourself? Because everybody else is gone.
Everybody's gone except
Except for
you,
me,
I guess.
you're sitting there. No, she's telling you outside of playing, kind of meta, that no one else is on the train. You're the only person kind of figuring out this train. Everybody else is out of the train.
Well, train. Maybe we could circle around, see if we can't find Anka.
Okay. So you tell it to circle around and try and find Anka.
Like, if we're looking for Anka and she's going to be in certain areas, maybe we can do a snake scan and see if we can't come across her.
Persuasion roll.
Persuasion.
At disadvantage because it does not like you. And you can see that.
Doesn't like me, huh?
No, it doesn't like any of you.
There's the note. Let me roll another again. Oh boy, 6.
It does not move.
From that Arcana check,
Mhm.
do I know just how fast this train can move?
No.
What's the fastest I've ever seen it move? Like 120 per round? More?
You can do a history check to see if you can remember.
17.
It moves pretty damn quick, although you can't quite figure out how fast. You know, a lot of things have a hard time keeping up with it when it wants to move. But you also know that you haven't seen it at its fastest.
Okay. And how long does it take for it to stop? Or can it stop basically on a dime?
No, it can't stop on a dime. It does take it needs to slow down first and then, you know, kind of bring itself to a nice easy stop. Otherwise, you guys would be flying and taking a lot of damage because it still has to obey the laws of physics. No, the people inside would. The way momentum works.
Okay. I will step out and start flying above to see if I can't spot Anka from below or down below.
All right, so you fly above. How high are you going?
Probably at least maybe 100 feet above.
Okay, well, you could do your speed movement in a turn. So if you're going to do that, as you're flying up to see where Anka is, let's see what everybody else is doing.
I'm just waiting at the entrance if they start showing up.
Yeah, I'm just heading to where Skellington is.
And I'm standing with Skellington.
All right, so Samoto, you see everybody kind of walking and stopping at the entrance of the pyramid.
Oh, everybody's at the entrance of the pyramid?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss something when I left?
Nope, you missed something after you came back.
What did I miss?
You missed that Skellington got off the train, went looking, did an investigation roll, and found a piece of cloth with some drag marks leading into the pyramid, and the cloth is part of Anka's clothing.
Oh, so we all have a suspicion of where she is.
He does.
Oh,
Everybody else got off the train, and you decided to talk to it.
If I see everybody, else, start following everybody.
All right, everybody's there at the entrance of the pyramid. What do you guys
So I walk up
Sorry,
to
guys.
Skellington. I'll just be saying, train's being a total prima donna. It's not even listening to us anymore. I think we're going to have to figure out some way to convince it that, you know, it needs to listen. But why are you staring at the pyramid, Skellington?
Anka's in there. She's been taken, I imagine, by something, and we need to go in and get her out immediately. Where is Samoto? Where is he?
I swoop in. I'm right here.
Great. I think that's everybody. We have to go in. Anka's inside the pyramid. Let's go. I just start walking in.
Do we know what's in the
before we go in,
pyramid?
yeah. Can I roll a history check or something to see if I know anything about pyramids?
Sure. Roll a history check to see if you know anything about pyramids.
That's a 6 for a 10.
Yeah, pyramids, oddly enough,
They exist.
are these beautiful triangular prism-like structures that house dead people, usually of importance. It's also mythical.
I don't know anything about booby traps or anything like that.
I would assume not,
Okay.
since you're not a real adventurer. You're just a spoiled celebrity. Makes sense.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So this is a giant magical pyramid that just appeared out of the ground that we're just all going to run into right now, right? Is that the plan?
Skellington, with your observation or investigation, you do see 2 sets of footsteps kind of next to that dragging line there. One, it looks like one footstep, and then the other, what would be a foot, is kind of dragging with it. So maybe the creature that took her is hurt,
Okay.
or creatures.
I'm going to follow.
Okay.
But I'm going to try and stealth.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll stealth. Anybody else stealthing with him?
Yes, I will stealth with him.
All right.
Is he telling
Let's
us
say-
the stealth, or is he just like crouching down?
He's
I look back and just be like, quiet.
I'll try to
18,
stealth.
18 for me.
Oh no!
Oh, I rolled a natural 20. So what is that? 26.
I rolled a 3 for a 2.
Oh boy.
I mean, I went out ahead of you all a little bit, so
I think my wings are dragging and scraping on the walls.
yeah, you're not used to that part of it.
Poor guy.
Skellington, what did you roll for your stealth?
22.
Alrighty. So marching order is Skellington's out in front, trying to keep his distance a little bit. And then you have Earl, Tornus, and Semoto kind of dragging. These wings are very, very uncomfortable when you try to crouch down. And making a little bit of noise. Right.
You broke up a little bit. Did you-
As we're coming into this pyramid, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself, just preemptively.
Okay. How long does mage armor last?
I think it lasts 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours.
Alrighty.
So my AC is 13 now instead of 9.
All right. So you guys enter in to this pyramid, and at first you're kind of going through. It's like this long, dark hallway. Dark vision, you're able to see okay, but it is very dark. There is no light, no torches, no nothing. It's just very, very dark, and it seems to feel like it goes on a while until it opens up into this giant, grand room. And in this room, you see torches all over. You see treasure everywhere. Gold piled up, diamonds, rubies, all the jewels that you can imagine from a rich king are just everywhere. You know, to someone that likes to go treasure hunting, you hit the jackpot.
Carol is completely unimpressed. She's just like, whatever.
I'm gonna.
I don't care about any of this. I continue to follow whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm right behind Skellington.
Sam Tornus.
It's all
give me a
just
second.
gold, right? Like it's
Gold,
treasures and
rubies,
jewels and-
yeah, treasure, jewels.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to scoop up some
All right.
and see if I
Unless something
can
looks
start.
truly unusual or, you know, entertaining in some way.
Mhm.
I'm probably not impressed with it because I grew up around a lot of money, so it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's not that important. But if there's something weird or that would pique my interest, it might tempt me. But otherwise, I'm just kind of off to the side,
Sure.
following everyone else.
Sure. I'm
Is
sure there'll be something in here for you. Just keep your eye out and we'll see what happens.
I cast Mage Hand, but wait, before I do anything,
Mhm.
can I even see anything in here?
In the grand room, yes, there are torches. It is lit up pretty well.
Okay, so from what I can see, can I see anything that looks like it could be wine skins or anything alcoholic?
Do a perception check.
Okay, it's a 14 for a 17.
17. Okay. Nothing in this section that you can see looks to be like there's any drinks. It seems to be just more, gold, jewelry, riches of people. Nothing of food or drink or anything like that. Just more of treasures.
Okay, so, all right. So I don't see anything beverage-wise. Do I see anything like legendary items-wise?
You will have to continue looking as you go to see if you can sort out any legendary item wise.
Okay,
By the overall look, when you're looking at everything all at once, you can't tell.
okay. I'll just keep following along, and I'll use my Mage Hand to grab a handful of coins.
All right. Go ahead and roll a a D100 to see how many coins you pick up.
Just 98 coins.
98 coins. Alrighty. So you pick up 98 gold coins, and you go ahead and go put them in your bag. Do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Roll.
Oh wait, that's not the saving throw. I think it's the same. 8.
You don't feel any different.
Always good words to hear.
No, you're just fine. All right. So you guys continue through. Skellington, you're following the trail there, and they lead into this room with a closed door. And on this door, you see some strange markings. And the markings are of an X, a circle, a square, and a triangle.
X, circle, square, and triangle.
X, circle, square, and triangle. They don't seem to be like markings. They seem to be like engraves. Like they're kind of carved in to this door.
Playing
Is there anything
PlayStation now.
else around here that shows symbols or a room we're standing in? What is it shaped like? Or
Yeah, it's just a grand hall and kind of led you to this door. But yeah, you could go ahead and do like an investigation on the walls or perception on the walls.
maybe like pillars? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
A 13
Perception or investigation.
investigation.
So investigation, you're looking and you're kind of like sorting these out. And as you go to touch the symbols there, they are carved into this door. It seems to be a locking mechanism of some sort, which means the key has got to be around here somewhere, or keys.
Okay. There should be some keys around here somewhere related to that door. I'm pretty certain of it.
So I would just nod. Can I use perception to see if I can see them?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll perception.
The 13?
13. So you kind of look around and there are some mini altars that kind of like are all over the place. There's about 6 of them.
Mini altars? Like,
Mini altars.
like a worship type thing?
It could be viewed that way, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so can I just, I guess, check out the altars to see if the key's there?
Sure, let's go ahead and see which one you check out first. All right, so you kind of go to the left a little bit, and
Okay.
you go up to the second altar there, and on the second altar you see a skull.
I see a what?
A skull.
Does it look, for lack of better words, does it look fresh?
You can roll investigation on it, or you can roll survival to see if you know what a fresh skull would look like.
I'll roll survival.
Alrighty.
That's a 15.
Yeah, it looks ancient. Everything in here looks ancient.
Okay. And I don't see a key.
No, the only thing you see on there is a skull.
Can I look at the next altar?
Yeah, sure. So do you
Okay,
want
so
to? Yeah, go ahead. We'll go over to the next one. Left or right?
Let's go left.
Okay. So you go to the first altar there and go ahead and look on that. Go ahead and roll your investigation there.
17. Well, that was a negative 2.
Righty.
Pretty awesome.
So on this one, you see kind of like a branding iron, and on the branding iron has like a cross.
Okay. Like a cross, like it was like a
Take in
cross
this-
cross?
Like in the shape of a cross, yeah.
Is it hot? Is it
No, it's just a branding iron.
Oh, okay, wait, hey, I was visualizing something else.
Mhm.
Okay, so I guess to the next one then.
Okay. So if you go left, there's nothing, so you'd have to go right, and you already been to the one right there. So you go to the third altar and go ahead and roll your investigate.
Okay. Oh, that's an 8.
Okay. So you kind of see this it's like a wheel, but you don't know to what. Maybe a disc, maybe a hole cover or something, but it's just kind of this wheel's kind of sitting there.
Is it heavy? Can I pick it up?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your strength and see if you can pick it up there.
That's a 13.
It's a little heavy, but you're able to get it up.
Nothing remarkable about it.
No.
Does it
Is
look
there-
like, if I look in the room, does it look like it might fit into a mechanism or something? Like it would have some other purpose?
Do you want to walk it over to the mechanism and try it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, there goes my head, but hey, why not? It'll be my second character that gets decapitated. So I'm walking it over to the
All right.
the mechanism, and I'm gonna kind of like close my eyes almost.
Yep. So the mechanism,
Weird.
right? So the order again is the X, the circle, the square, and the triangle. So the second one will be the circle. Where do you want to try and put it?
The circle.
Alrighty. As you put it in the circle, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, good. Fuck, are you kidding me?
Nope.
A +4, I rolled a 6.
Good. This axe kind of just comes out of the wall and goes to slash at you, and you're going to take 3 slashing damage from this axe.
I'm just like, oh, damn it, that wasn't smart.
And the wheel falls out.
So I'll pick the wheel up. Is there another place it can go?
I mean, there's the X, the triangle, and the square, if you remember the order.
Do the spokes on the wheel like make an X, or are there multiple spokes, like multiple sticks in the wheel?
There are multiple
Ooh.
sticks in the wheel.
So I'm going to kind of have a light bulb moment,
Okay.
and I'm going to go back and get that branding iron
Sure.
and see if that fits the X.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk it over to the X and kind of do the same thing. Close my eyes and stick it in.
All right. So you close your eyes, you stick in the X. Now, do you put it kind of like tilt it to make it look like an X?
Well, so it's a cross, right?
Yeah, it's a cross.
Yeah, so I'm going to put the cross part into the,
All right.
like
So you
that.
kind of twist it a little bit and you stick it into where the X is, and the door starts to rattle a little bit and starts to glow, and you hear a loud click, and it stays.
You cut out, what'd you say?
And it stays.
You cut, I didn't hear anything you cut out.
And it stays.
It stays?
Yep.
Well, that was a big failure.
Well, it's staying in the slot, right?
Oh,
If it's staying in there, I think you might have gotten one right. The
Oh,
door
that's what-
shook a little, right?
that's what you meant. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, so that worked. Everybody look and see if you can find other shapes. Can I go to the next altar?
Yeah, you can go to the fourth altar.
Okay. What do I see? All right, roll investigation. A 6.
Okay. So with the 6, you kind of see these 3 sticks kind of just laying there.
3 sticks, like literal, like wooden sticks.
Yep, 3 wooden sticks.
And what's left again? It's so we have the circle, the triangle. Okay, so she's gonna take them over to the triangle and try to place them in a triangle shape.
Alrighty. So you put them in there and the triangle starts to glow. Roll a
She's like, "Ooh, I think I'm figuring this out."
Mhm.
She's a little bit proud of herself.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, 21. Woohoo!
All right, so 2 axes come right at your neckline as you duck down, and it misses.
She kind of puts her middle finger up and sticks her tongue out into the air, like "fuck you."
And the sticks fall out, and the branding iron falls out.
Oh, it
Maybe.
must be like an order. You can do this, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration. So the next time you have to, roll a saving throw, you can roll a d6. 8. I'm not sure what I have at this level.
She's like, "Oh,
And
thank you."
can I also look to see if I can find any traces of where or if Anka's been here?
Yeah, you can go ahead and try it. Be investigation or perception.
Okay, that's a 5 for 12.
You have no clue.
Are there any more altars, or have I looked at them all?
There's 2 more altars.
Let's go to the next one.
So altar number 5 there has a rectangular wicker basket.
A rectangular wicker basket.
A rectangular wicker basket.
Is there any? Can I look inside the basket?
Sure.
Or investigation?
Absolutely.
Good grief, a 6. What is with me in these damn 6s?
Excellent. So with that, you open the basket and you just like throw it open to see what's in there. And because you rolled so stinking poorly, I'm just gonna do it this way. A viper comes out and bites you for a 19. Yeah, it's a 21 to hit.
A 21 to hit. Can I cast a hit? No, I can't. Never mind. Well, actually, maybe I can.
Mm-hmm.
Damage by creature that damage you. I want to use this. I have Hellish Rebuke. It's a figure. I don't think it's worth using on a Viper.
So the way
So
Hellish
21
Rebuke works is you still get hit, but as a reaction, you
Yeah, I don't
attack
think I'm
it
gonna
back.
use.
If I see that, can I cast Firebolt at it?
Okay. 1 second here before we do that. So you're going to take 11 piercing damage. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Good grief.
If you roll poorly, you can throw a d6 on top of it.
I rolled a 1.
A d6 is not going to help you.
Nope, a D6 is not going to help you.
Okay, so let me do my damage first before I forget. That puts me down to 9. Okay, and then the con save.
You're down to
failed.
9? Were you not
I'm
at
down to
full
9.
health?
I was, but I took some for the slashing, and then I just took that. It
Okay.
was 11.
Well, this is going to suck then. All
He
right.
was a nice character.
So you only take 1 poison damage, but you are poisoned as venom courses through your veins. And yes, now Samoda, you can go ahead and throw Firebolt at it.
I threw Firebolt at it.
Yep, go ahead and see if you hit.
She's just like, son of a bitch, and she just kind of like slumps down,
That's a
not feeling good.
14 for a 21.
All right,
to
you
hit.
light that whole wicker basket on fire, and this viper just kind of toasts, and as the wicker basket burns, it can't get away, and it just disintegrates into dust.
I hope we didn't need that wicker basket to shove in one of the holes. I'll also walk over to Earl and say, I wish Anka was here. I can't do too much, but, get up. You're doing a great job. And I'll cast Healing Word at 2nd level to get you some health back.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, max health. So 13.
Sweet.
All right. So your health does come back. You're still poisoned, and I will send
So I
you.
need to find an anti-venom or something?
You need
or
to find something. Yep. But I'll send you all the fun stuff for poisoning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does poisoning work? Like, is it every so often you take damage, or?
It depends.
It does depend. So you have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks until you are no longer poisoned.
Is there a time on it, like to where my body naturally heals itself, or I need an anti-venom?
So yeah, it would take an anti-venom, a lesser restoration, or I believe a long rest.
Gotcha.
Do you see anything square over there?
Well, I guess the rectangular wicker basket was the closest thing.
Is there anything left of it? I'll take a look at the altar. Is there anything rectangular left over?
There is another altar.
Oh, I thought there was only 4. There's another altar, I guess. I'll go over to the other altar
There's
and
6
take a look.
altars, and you've looked at 5 now.
Oh, well.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Investigation. It's a +0, 16.
Alrighty. So this altar seems to be, there's nothing on it. But as you're looking it over, there seems to be like a little, kind of a loose section to the altar itself in the shape of a square. And on that loose part, there is an emblem of a half crescent moon.
I'm just going to shake my shoulders and just grab the square thing.
Yep. So you grab it and you pull it out, and it is in the shape of a perfect cube.
Oh, this might work. I'll walk over to the wall. I'll put the branding iron in for the X.
Okay.
Then I'll try the square.
Okay. So you put the square in, and everything kind of clicks and tries to lock itself into shape, and you need to do a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Wow. Ooh, that's a really bad roll. Yeah, so 11 total.
11 total does not dodge 5 slashing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
As a sword kind of comes out from under the cube there and stabs you in the arm.
They
She's
both
like,
fall
it's
out.
Does it fall out? No, it goes back in.
No, I mean, are the
Yes,
branding
they all
iron and
fall
the
out.
cube still on the wall?
They all fall out.
Okay.
I
And we
wonder if
said
there's like a certain order we need to put them in.
I think you're onto something with that. Do we have one more altar, or have we looked at them all?
No more altars.
I'll just grab the branding iron, shove it in, then I'll do the circular wheel.
Yep.
That she grabbed.
Okay.
Then I'll kind of wince and wait to get nailed by something.
Yeah, so as you're wincing, you kind of put it in, and you just hear click, 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 boom, and the wall shakes again, and nothing
All right,
happens.
sticks or cube. I'll try the cube. Didn't hurt so much last time, and I'll shove the cube in the wall and kind of brace for pokey time.
Yeah, sure. So you put the cube in and click, 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 and nothing happens.
All right, then I'll do the sticks, and I'll put the sticks up.
All right, so you put the sticks in, and you make the triangle with the sticks, and all of a sudden, this triangle starts lighting up, and the sticks catch on fire, making a fire triangle. And
Hey,
then
I think it worked.
And then the square catches on fire, making a square.
Uh-oh.
And then the circular wheel catches on fire. And then the branding iron heats up, and you see a circle kind of go around the X of the branding iron.
I think you're doing it, Tornus.
Circle goes around the X, and I would push. I guess I'll try pushing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll try pushing it because I guess it's saying it's a button.
So you go ahead
I'll
and
tentatively put my hand towards it.
yeah, so you kind of grab the branding iron and you go to push it. And as you go, you see that it kind of moves left to right. It's got a little bit of a give to it, almost as if you can turn it.
Oh, so I'll start to turn it like a key, I guess.
Yep.
See if that opens the door.
So you turn it and you just hear a loud and the door slides itself back, revealing a doorway that is opened.
I'll turn to everyone and say, so do you think that the people who like live in the the pyramid have to do that every time they open the door? It seems like a lot of hassle. And is there like a slave who comes back and restocks and move these items back? No? Just me thinking about, the mechanic and living here? I mean, it just seems like you have such a nice place.
These are tombs that we're talking about.
Oh, I
These
guess you're
aren't
right.
just living quarters.
Well, I guess we go into the next room. Good job, Earl. I mean, you started the whole process. Without you, I probably would have just sat there and waited for the door to open.
She just kind of smiles a little wearily. Thanks.
As you guys move into the next room, I need everybody's passive perception.
14 for
15 for Errol.
Passive. A 13 for Sam.
Skellington?
So I was gonna say Errol's feeling pretty crappy, and she's just gonna kind of jokingly say, "Anyone see some anti-venom laying around? This sucks."
No anti-venom. Although honestly, wasn't looking for vials.
Yeah, I thought I'd just ask.
Skellington.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception?
18.
18. All right. Alrighty. So, as you guys walk in, Skellington, immediately you see a altar with a bright light hovering over it, and seems like a body of a woman hovering above the altar, kind of like very, very loose, unconscious. Arms are kind of draped, legs are draped, heads tilted back, hovering above the altar there. You see two creatures, we'll say. One shorter, very, very short, maybe about 3.5 feet. And another creature, both of them kind of wrapped up. You can't get a look of their skin, but you could tell there's something not right about them as they look up at the altar and the body hovering above it.
So I think it is correct.
It is who you think it is.
Oh, fantastic.
Alrighty.
Do we all see it too, or just Skellington?
He sees all of that. Okay. Skellington, you also notice that the shorter one has a tail. Oddly enough. Very, very thin, very scrawny. The other one is kind of built a little bit. Let's see here.
How far away are they from us right now?
They are about 60 feet in front of you.
And have they clocked us yet, or does it appear that they see us?
Well, we'll find out with your passive perception, which is next. So with your perception,
I'm gonna point them all out,
Uh-huh.
and then count down on 3 for everybody to engage.
if you're going to point
And
them
I'm
out,
gonna-
then yeah, everybody roll initiative.
Da-da-da.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
I got a natural 20 on the roll. Great.
Well, hey, you know
You
what?
want to go before the enemies, though.
In this case, you might want to. Yeah.
The big guy and the little guy are standing next to each other, right? They're within 5 feet of each other.
Yes, they are.
16 for Errol.
All right, give me 1 second, guys. Here.
Sam
Okay.
got a 12.
All right, so Skellington, you got a nat 20 for a total of how much?
25.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Who's next?
I got a 21, or Tornus got a 21.
All right, Tornus with the 21. Earl, you said you got a what?
16.
Sam, you said you had a 12?
I got a 12.
Is that right?
Yes, a 12.
Okay, perfect. They rolled very, very poorly.
Yay.
Alrighty. Skellington, you are leading the charge here. What do you want to do?
Both of these things are next to each other.
Yeah, they're about 10 feet away from each other. Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to cast Fairy Fire on both of them.
Okay.
They need to make me a dex saving throw.
All right, and since they are not really paying attention to you at the moment, they're going to roll that at disadvantage. All right, so that's 1 failure, and ooh, wow. Alrighty. So the tall one failed. The shorter one, however, rolled a 16.
Yeah, that passes.
So
And then I will give bonus action Bardic Inspiration to Earl.
How long does Bardic Inspiration last for? It's 10
Bardic Inspiration, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So I'd given her one in the other room. I don't know if she's 2.
Oh,
Does it-
if she already have one, so I'll give one to Tornus then.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
alrighty. With that, this is gonna be your first real big boss fight, guys.
Da-da-da.
So with that fun little thing, Tornus, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna scoot forward so I'm within 30 feet of the big guy,
Okay.
which I should be able to do because you said there was 60 feet away. I can move 45, so I'm just gonna move 30. So I'm,
Okay.
not
So-
going as far as I can.
Yep, halfway in between. Yeah, sure. No worries.
Sure. And then I'm going to cast Antagonize. So I'm going to say, hey, the little one said there's nothing behind your codpiece and you stuff it or something like that. He's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. The tall one?
Yeah, the tall one.
He went right for the manhood.
That's a 14.
Ooh, he failed.
I'm sorry.
So he
I'm
takes-
sorry. That's a saving throw. That's a 19.
Boo, he doesn't fail. So he only takes 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And the other thing doesn't happen because he passed.
All right.
Yeah. I don't think I will use my reaction yet. So I'll scoot back 15 more feet. So now I should be 45 feet away from them, a little bit closer to my fellows, but still in front of them by 15.
Alrighty. Well, the big one did not like that. So it's going to turn around. And I need everybody... No. Specifically, I need Earl to make a perception check.
Okay. That's a 25.
Alrighty.
Nice.
I'm going to send you this little piece of information.
Okay.
And you may feel free to do with this information whatever you want. Where are you? There you are.
I don't know why I'm not seeing my Discord on my computer. It's so weird. Yeah, alt tab. There we go. You're sending a private message? Okay.
Yes, I am.
And I don't think it came through. Let me look on my phone.
I didn't send it yet.
Notification.
I didn't send it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm typing it out right now.
Gotcha.
So as that realization happens for you, let's see here. The sands start turning and spinning and moving extremely fast. And
the fans?
the sands,
Okay.
like the ground, the sand, it just starts spinning
Sure.
and makes a whirlwind. And Earl, it's your turn.
So okay, remind me one more time, please. How many creatures do we have? We have 2.
There's 2. And the tall one turned around. And
How
You-
tall are how close are they together?
they're about 10 feet from each other. And that glimpse, that little thing that I sent you, right? That's a glimpse that you were able to get before your vision is now imperiled by this dust whirlwind.
Takes damage or someone. Yeah. Can't use that one. I mean I could, but it's pointless. And Anka is there, right?
It looks like
Oh.
it.
Or that has Skellington. I don't say has Skellington. Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to place a 30-foot cube around, and those 2 creatures are going to be inside the cube.
Mhm.
And they need to make me a wisdom save, and I have to beat a 15.
Okay.
Please don't.
Well, do you want me to reveal a nice little piece of information about these two?
What?
Well, at disadvantage, the tall one rolled a nat 20. That's a 29.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. But the short one only rolled a 14.
Okay, so I cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Mhm.
The short one is now incapacitated. So she's just going to look at the party. Nobody strike him. Go for the big one. So
Okay,
he's
so-
incapacitated. He can't do anything. And he's fine as long as he doesn't.
Describe incapacitated.
It just says on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay.
So he can't move.
Okay. The spell fails.
The spell fails.
The spell fails.
You hate me, don't you?
Nope.
It probably can't be charmed.
What a bummer.
Not that we would know that mechanic, it's player
Sure.
characters, but
Sure,
we would all
sure.
assume it worked unless your thing says if it didn't work. I don't know if it says if you know it.
It doesn't say anything. All right.
Well, she's trying to put a cube around him, and the cube does not appear.
It doesn't form.
Nope.
Oh, it doesn't form, so the spell just doesn't materialize at all.
That's it.
But my spell worked when I cast earlier?
You think so?
All right.
The creature must choose a new target. I guess it's just one creature. So the big guy,
Mm-hmm.
as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on it. So you ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the ward... Oh, wait. Oh, just kidding. I read that totally wrong. Never mind. That's my turn. I read
Alrighty.
that wrong. I'm sorry.
All right, Semoto, it's your turn.
Okay, so has this creature taken aggressive actions towards us already?
No.
But Anka is right there.
That's what it looks like.
Floating in an altar as far as we can tell.
Floating above an altar, as far as you can tell.
Has the creature already been hit?
The creature's already been hit. The tall one has already been hit. The tall one is also
Sorry.
glowing.
Okay, yeah. So the fairy fire did hit then. The fairy fire did go off and he is glowing because we can tell that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so fairy fire definitely went off. Mine may or may not have,
Mhm.
but the hypnotic definitely
Pattern.
the cubed in form. Hypnotic
Yeah.
pattern, the cubed in form. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so someone did hypnotic pattern.
Yep. They tried to.
Is it obvious which characters or which enemies are affected?
Nope.
It didn't work. Hypnotic pattern just didn't materialize. It didn't show up. So
That's it.
failed for some reason. We don't know why.
Oh boy. Well, does this creature look undead? Like skeleton?
You can
mummy,
definitely
zombie?
do a perception check. At disadvantage, though. Because it does have a nice little whirlwind of sand.
11. Oh, I'm sorry. That was persuasion, not perception.
Hmm?
And my dyslexia. I'll try that again.
My Lixdexia.
Yes. So that's a 11.
Okay. It's very, very hard to tell through the sand that's kind of just spinning around, but you're kind of looking at the clothing, and the clothing, or wrappings rather, make it look like it could possibly be a mummy. Both of them could be mummies.
Okay. So there's two enemies here,
There are two.
not one. I thought there was. Okay. I am going to use Chill Touch on whichever one looks like it was the closest to Anka.
They're both equally away from her.
I'll just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, whichever one's on the right.
Short or tall?
Tall.
Okay, cool. Tall. Go ahead and roll your chill touch.
12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay. So that's my turn.
Alrighty.
I don't have any bonus actions.
So the short one now is finally going to turn around. And I need Tornus to make me a perception check at disadvantage. No.
All right.
Yes. Perception check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Lower is 18.
All right. With an 18, you see this creature. It's a small creature, said about 3.5 feet, something like that, right? And it's got a nice little tail. And as it turns around, it looks very much like a kobold just wrapped up. And you do remember the stories of what a kobold would look like, even though you haven't seen one. And you do remember that kobolds actually do run in your blood. And I'm going to send you a nice little message.
All right. Daddy, is
Nate,
that you?
Nate, I never got your message.
Really?
Yeah.
I sent it. It's on Discord and direct messages.
Let me look. I didn't get a notification, so I'm assuming I did not get it.
Yeah, if you didn't get it, I'll take a picture and text it to you.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. And I can't do anything now because my turn has passed.
Well, so far, you haven't heard it.
You know, if you hadn't made me fill out that questionnaire, my reaction might have been different. I think it would have been different. But I had to flush out a little bit more of my character's backstory.
That's fine with
And
me.
I just rolled to see which way I was going to go for it. And I think I know my reaction now.
Alrighty.
So, Nate, I'm sorry. So when you say a mummy, are you talking about one of the creatures or something?
Both of those
I wanna make
creatures,
sure- Are mummies, right?
both of them look like mummies.
Is it the bigger one or the little one
Both of them.
that you're that you're talking about in this message?
The taller one.
The taller one? Fuck, okay.
All right.
Why you gotta do me like that?
I gotta do something. So the shorter one, as he turns around, starts walking in your guys' direction. And as he's walking, you see the whirlwind kind of moving with him. And the whirlwind starts kind of going around you guys. And it suddenly stops as he is now moved 20 feet, which is now made Tornus, you are now 25 feet away from him. And he
Okay.
looks at your eyes, and you can feel him look into your soul.
Just gonna stare at him with hate.
Okay. Perfect. It is the taller one's turn, and she is going to move also towards the party. She's going to look towards Earl. Earl, she's still a little bit too far away to see what she is doing, but you can see her eyes now clearly. And that's
Yeah.
only confirmation.
Okay.
And they both are going to just stay there and look. Skellington, it is your turn. I need you to roll me a history check, Skellington,
Okay.
because I got something special planned for you.
You don't have anything special planned now.
What did you roll?
If
A
it's my
7.
special,
You
yeah,
rolled a 7. Okay, no, I still got something
Okay.
planned for you. It's fine.
Oh.
So something in your mind starts happening. You start seeing these flashes, almost as if it was of another life, and you see these flashes of a young friend. You don't know why it feels friendly, but as a young female friend, and you can't quite see the face, but you do remember the feeling, and it was the feeling of protection that you had towards this person, and a feeling of home. Kind of a lot of the similar feelings actually that you have for Anka, almost like a duty.
And that's coming from where?
It starts hitting your mind all of the sudden. You don't quite understand where that's coming from,
All right.
but it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm very confused. Start off. With that being said, I will shoot the small one is still actively doing stuff, but the big one is fairy fired. So I'm gonna shoot the big one.
Okay.
Can I when you have reactions, well, can that be used against a party member too? Or is it just against
That is up to you.
Yeah, I would say or Errol would basically throw herself in front of Skellington
Okay.
to
Do
stop
you
him.
do you have a reaction that allows you to throw yourself in front of people?
Oh God. Let me see. I mean, that's what she would want to do. Take advantage. You can entomb yourself on ice. I have Hellish Rebuke and Counterspell.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
I could counterspell it. He's casting a spell, or yeah, that's all I can do.
yeah, if Skellington's casting a spell, you can absolutely counterspell.
I am not.
Okay. Well, then
Okay.
you can't.
All right.
I'm shooting an arrow at the big one.
That's fine. Go ahead.
She's just gonna gasp. You're gonna hear her audibly gasp as you do that.
What's wrong?
And you just kind of hear her whisper softly, like she's almost in tears at this point. Don't.
Okay, then I won't. I mean, I can have a conversation.
Yeah, you can have a conversation.
So I won't shoot the big one. Can I shoot the small one?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Would I be able to hear it from where I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking kill them. You just hear my voice like completely different than what you've heard before. Just, breaking up and just filled with rage. Not any of the jovial stuff you're used to.
Oh shit.
I'm very confused. Fuck it. Did I see them cast any spells on my friends?
Nope. The only thing that happened was a whirlwind came up. That was it.
Does it? I'm going to hold my action to attack the big one.
Okay. Tornus.
He's just gonna go full off sprinting at the little one, screaming, "It's all your fault!" and take out his scimitar and rapier and slash at him.
Okay. So as you do that, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Let's see. Really poor. 5.
As you do that, you're going to hear in a very soft sound the word drop as you are compelled to fall on your knees.
Ooh, I don't know if I think I've got anything to stop that. So is my whole action, is that just ends my move? I don't move anything, or is that killing my entire turn?
So as you start to run, that's what he's going to say. So essentially they held their action to see what you guys would do.
Okay, so I'm stopping like a command, my turn's over, right?
Yep.
Or do I have an action I just can't move?
You have to drop.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying that takes not just
and
but also
it
my
takes your
action.
turn. Yep. Till the end of
Okay, I
its
just want
turn.
to clarify.
Yep. The end of its next turn.
Just sort of here, damn you! I'll just fall to the ground, shaking.
All right, Earl.
The Earl's like has like her eyes are welling up, and she just slowly walks towards the big one, like almost like instinctively, but a little cautiously, and she's just like, grandmother, and she just holds her action to wait to see what happens. She doesn't do anything unless she's not going to do anything unless she is attacked.
Big one reaches out her hand to Earl's face, and you feel
You cut out a little bit. What'd you say?
I said, so the big one's going to reach her hand out to Earl's face, and you feel cold but familiar, gentle, as she holds your face in her hands. And she says, my child, what brings you here?
She's just going to kind of glance over at Anka, our friend. We just want to rescue our friend. What are you doing with her? You would never do anything like this.
She looks over at Anka and looks down at you. And you see not only confusion at first, but then sudden understanding. And she says, your friend is also my friend. All of a sudden, Anka lowers back down to the altar. The light goes away, and she says to you, but it is not in your time to know these things.
Yeah, she's super confused. What do you... You died years ago. What are you doing here?
I wish I understood. Some strange magic has brought us here. Would you know anything about this?
She kind of cringes. Well, there was this magic bean.
I understand.
And she just kind of like, but it has brought us back together, and she just smiles very sweetly and softly.
No, my darling. It has only brought us to this meeting, but not together. This is not a permanent reunion. We don't belong here.
But even if it's just for a few minutes, it still makes me happy. I've missed you. I've done everything I can to honor your memory. I'm trying to become the hero that you were.
Just remember something about heroes. The hero's story is often legend. The hero's legend is often not what it seems. Be true to who you are. Be true to yourself, to your people. Let your ancestors guide you, and you will never make the wrong step.
She kind of turns back to the party and smiles. Told you guys she was wise.
I could definitely see the resemblance.
Grandmother, I do have one question. Whatever happened to Moxie?
You see a sudden change in her face. That, my child, is a story that I am not going to share with you at this moment. But do you understand?
She does. She kind of has a childlike, frustrated face, like not hearing the end of the story that you wanted to hear.
Okay, then she won't tell you.
No. Like it's innocent and angelic, but she's, you know what I mean? Like the kind of feel like when almost like the look of like it's bedtime, right? And she's just like, yeah.
Just remember, there is a reason why we do not trust the dragons anymore.
I will remember.
Moxie was no different.
That almost makes her sad. And she nods. Are you... I don't want you to go. I want to stay with you. I could stay with you forever, but how do we help you?
Take your friend and leave this place. And take this. And she hands you a book. This is my journal, and it'll explain everything about Moxie and the ruling against the dragons.
She takes it and she just kind of looks up with kind of like sorrowful eyes. Will I ever see you again?
Not in this world, no. But remember the teachings of the ancestors. We all reunite one day.
And she just kind of like nods. Can I hug you?
Do you go to hug her?
Oh yeah, she totally goes to hug her.
Okay, yeah, so you go to hug her and like it is just cold and she stinks. She smells of death.
She doesn't care.
She does not hug back.
She's like, Grandma, you're supposed to hug me back.
The arms don't work that way anymore.
She kind of frowns and nods. Thank you for this. I will remember what you told me and I will honor you. And she just steps back and kind of looks at her party because she kind of imagines that they're just kind of like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming we're out of combat?
That is up to Sam because it's his turn next.
Just on a side note, I did say I was holding my action, so if the small one does attack, then I will attack. Unless hugging grandma was my action.
No, it's Sam's turn.
Mean an action
I
or a
see what-
bonus action?
I know, right?
I see what's going on, and I hear what's being said.
Mhm.
And me being dragonborn,
Mm-hmm.
looking more like a dragon now than ever, I'll say out loud, "Was that Count Dragonborn as well?"
You say it to Jax?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jax kind of looks over to you and says, "Ah, a dragonborn. The interesting thing about the dragonborn is that though they come from the dragon species, they've made their choice to abandon the faith of the dragons, the will of the dragons. I have never considered them dragons, ever. Some may live in fear, but the dragonborn is bolder than you think.
I wish the rest of the world thought the way that you do.
Cragfire thought that way. We all thought that way. And he was right by what he's done. I only wish that he was here to see you now.
I don't know that he would like what he sees.
He might not like
And
the outcome the world has shown up on you, but he would see that you have been honorable.
but have I? And I guess I'll start walking out. Like, the job here is done.
Okay. It is the shorter one's turn, and he's going to go right up to you, Tornus, and he's going to try and look into your eyes.
I'll meet them or if I can meet them, I'll meet it with just
Yeah, you can meet them.
hatred and anger.
And he's going to say, "Why are you so angry?"
You poisoned my bloodline. Myself, my mother, my brother, every child I will ever have has been poisoned by your foul blood. And I'll spit on the ground at his feet.
I am so curious.
We'll never be the full giant we are supposed to be. We'll always be half giant, smaller giant, lesser than others. That's the gift you gave to us.
That
I
might
think
that might be true, but we had a good time. Yeah, not everything always works out the way that they're supposed to. And, that's just how life is. Don't you also want to live life to its fullest? What's so wrong with that?
I just don't ever want to see your face again. I don't want a reminder of what fun you've removed from the world.
Well, I guess the nice thing is, once you leave, you never will.
I couldn't be out of here any faster. If I can move, I'll move and just go to follow not Jackos. Follow based on your name.
Samato?
Samato. I'm just thinking I'm a Jackos now. I'm in the wrong campaign. I'll go to follow Samato out if I can leave. Otherwise, I'll just stare at him until I can move.
As he sees that you are looking to leave, he releases the spell and backs up.
I'll just turn around, spit at the ground one more time, and then walk out. No response, just back to him.
Okay. Skellington, what do you do? So now this is kind of a big realization of some of the party members. Jax looks up at you and you see her tilt her head. You see that she comes to a realization, understanding what's going on. She nods to you and then says, "Take care of everyone." And she kind of ushers her hand towards Anka.
I will go to Anka, but do I feel anything from those words?
You can do a history check again at advantage this time.
A 20.
Okay. Those flashes that you had are the flashes of Jax, and they're the flashes of Ragnall now that you can see. The flashes of your previous life.
Okay.
And then the sudden darkness from the fall that you had. As you do remember, at least in some part, who you were. And I will type you a quick thing. If I could only spell.
Now, I'd imagine that none of us have picked up on this skeleton thing or any of that stuff, right?
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And that is up for you to reveal any of that information, Skellington, if you want to. And as you said,
But do I remember Jax at all?
Yes. Oh, yes. You remember who Jax was and who Jax was to you.
I will lower my head with like a nod of like agreeing to her statement and then put my hand underneath her chin and just be like, I will always be here to help those in need.
She nods at you and continues to hold her hand out towards Anka.
I must go to my friend now, and I will pick her up.
Yep. She is not harmed. She is unconscious. That's about it. What do you guys do next? So we have Sam who's left. We have Tornus who has left.
I would say that Errol has absolutely no desire to leave.
Okay. How about you, Skellington?
I will pick up Anka.
Okay. While you pick up Anka, are you going to start heading out, or are you just going to stand there with her, or what are you going to do?
I would look at both and just bow to both of them.
Okay.
Drop the fairy fire, obviously, and then head out.
Okay. Realizing that Earl's not going to leave, Jax is going to look at her and say, "It's time to go."
She, I think, Jax would recognize, excuse me, Earl's stubbornness is like almost her own behavior, like a mirror image of how she was when she was young. And she's just going to be like, no, I'm not. I'm going to stay. We have a lot to catch up on. I feel safe here.
Okay. If you are going to do that, I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 21.
All right. So she's going to tell you to leave, and you feel like this magic kind of come upon you, and you just like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she would just get really chatty and just like try catching her grandmother up on like the adventure so far and what they've done. And yeah, she's just like in grandma element right now. She is so happy to be there with her because she is her person.
Okay. You are going to make this very difficult, aren't you?
Well, I mean, that's what my character would do though, right?
I get it. I get it. And
being true to who she is.
She's going to, again, tell you to leave, except this time she's going to be extremely stern.
Yeah, that's going to set her back a little bit to her childhood of like remembering that like she loved her grandmother. Her grandmother was a very gentle person, but she was also obedient to her grandmother. And then, but she's going to maybe backpedal a little bit in maturity and just be like, no, I don't want to.
All right, do another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 18.
She says, flee, and you say, no, and your feet turn around and walk.
So yeah, I guess she's walking outward and she's like, Grandma!
As you get to the door, you see that it just shuts, and all of a sudden the whole pyramid starts to shake as you see pieces of it falling inside itself.
Gets the hell out of there.
All right, so everybody starts running as much as they can. Sam, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's gonna be a 13.
As you start running and you get closer and closer to the long hallway there, you're running through the big cavern, and you get closer to the hallway, you start to feel a heaviness, as in you don't want to leave for some odd reason, and your bag starts to get really heavy.
Hurry up.
I'll be right along.
So everybody's running, and Sam, you are now at half speed. And the closer you get to that exit way, the slower you seem to go till you get to the exit, and you can no longer move through it, and your bag just feels super heavy.
Can I look into my bag and like think, what in the world?
Sure, absolutely, you can do that. You can do a wisdom saving throw, or not a wisdom save, a wisdom check.
That's a natural 20 for 23.
The gold is what's keeping you there. The gold, as you can see, is a crypt's gold, and you're kind of reminded that a crypt's gold is cursed and can never leave the place in which it is stored, as it is the treasures of the dead forever.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I tried dumping. Aside from the gold, what else is in the bag?
It's just the normal stuff that's inside your backpack there.
So it's got my explorer's kit, everything,
all that
in
stuff.
there.
Yep.
Do I feel like I have time to dig all that gold out?
It is
like
starting to
pouch?
drop. All the stuff are starting to drop. The stones and whatever are starting to drop real close to you, as now you see the far end of the cavern collapse in.
I can't just take the pouch of gold.
You can try.
Throw it out, or
you can try.
I don't want to leave my whole backpack behind, but
You can try. It's up to you what you think your character's going to do.
I'll try it once to see if I can get the pouch out.
All right. So we're going to do a dexterity check to see if you can throw everything out without
Check?
throwing out. Yep. Just to make sure you can throw all the gold out and not anything important or anything else from your bag.
I'll
A
shout,
9.
hurry up, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
There you go.
It'll be an extra D8.
An extra D8.
Yep.
Yeah.
So roll a dexterity plus a d8.
Okay, so I rolled a 9 for dexterity plus 4 with the D8. That's 13.
Okay. So with a 13, you are able to throw out all the gold. But you see also a ink bottle also get tossed out.
Oh, crap. I'm not going back for it. I'm just going to leave because I see this place is collapsing.
Yep.
Can I move freely now?
Yes, you feel a lot lighter and you can run freely.
Okay, I'll get out of there.
Yep.
And I'll
So
fly out.
You guys run, and you're able to get out of the pyramid as it collapses in upon itself. And there's nothing but a pile of old rubble.
Well, I hope that Trent can't see us now, and I'll look around to see how it looks now that the pyramids are just gone. And
The remains of the pyramids are still there. It's just a pile of rocks, but there's a lot of
okay,
smoke.
so it's not flatland.
Right, it's not flatland. There's a lot of dust from the pyramids collapsing, and you can't quite see very much except for the train, which is pretty close to you guys.
Well, I suppose that could have gone worse. At least we have Anka back. How's she feeling? And I'll walk over to Skellington with Anka and see if she can wake up.
The train starts tooting its horn and begins to move slowly
Towards us or away from us?
in your general direction,
Say, hey, buddy train, how you doing?
but it ain't
We
slowing
found
down
her.
as it gets closer.
Yeah, Errol would just
Okay.
be staring at the rubble of the pyramid.
Mhm.
I didn't want to leave her.
Does the train look
Uh,
aggressive?
Not towards you, but it does look like. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Let's see if you can figure out what the train's doing.
No, 11.
All right. The train looks like it's getting the fuck out of there.
Hey, the train's leaving us, guys.
It's
Let's
driving.
go.
Yep, it's driving by you guys to pick you up, but it ain't slowing down to stop.
I'll help Skellington bring Anka if he needs help, but otherwise I'll go straight to the train and shout back to Earl. Come on, Earl. I suggest you get a move on. Does it look like she's moving or is she just staring?
That's girl.
Earl, does it look like you're moving or does she's just staring straight at it?
She like hears you guys, but she really doesn't want to leave.
I really suggest you get a move on and get to the train. And I'll cast suggestion as I'm running. So wisdom 16 saving throw.
On it. She's been doing good on these
Yeah,
wisdom
I rolled
saves.
a 24.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, move your ass.
You really should come along. I'll use turn person. Wisdom save 15.
10.
Okay. Yep. So he charms you.
All right. So she just like kind of against her own will, like
Yep.
goes and gets on the train.
All right. So you all hop on the train, and the train speeds up. And it goes around the pyramids, and you guys pass this giant tree that takes a swipe at the train. You feel a nice little donk as the train gets hit pretty hard there, actually. And it's going to.
Can I see the train?
You're
Oh,
in the
sorry,
train.
see the tree? I mean, is there like a window where I'm seeing the
Yeah.
tree? Because if I can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the tree, okay. I'll say, "Don't hurt our friend," and I'll cast silvery barbs at the tree, so it has to re-roll the attack.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Clever.
It's got a +10 to hit, but it even rolled even better. How do you like that?
Boo. Okay. Well, it has to use the lower one, so
Okay, that doesn't matter. It's gonna hit. So that's gonna be
and
kind
the
of.
train explodes with all of us in it.
I don't do that much damage. Okay, so it's gonna do a little bit of damage.
I would
So
I
there,
would cast lightning bolt on the tree.
but you can.
16 fire damage.
Does it? Do you have to roll to hit, or does it just hit?
Oh, it has to. That's weird. It didn't roll. Hang on, let me try that again.
Mhm.
So it was 16 damage. I rolled a 15.
Nope, it doesn't hit. And the train books it out of there. And as you guys are fucking hurling along, Sam, you asked a really good question earlier about how fast this train seemed to be going. This train is moving faster than you've ever seen it go before. Almost to where like it seems like everything's moving at a blur outside.
Okay.
Um,
As I'm looking out the window and seeing things fly by, I'm reflecting on the past 24 hours and thinking that we really screwed it up and we caused a lot of suffering. And that's really bugging me.
okay. So you guys start going, and all you see now is the town what was left of the town get smaller and smaller and smaller, and just open snow. And finally, the train stopped out of exhaustion. And that is where we're going to leave tonight.
We still have 11 minutes. I'm digging the story.
You don't have time for the next section.
Well, maybe I could do one last thing.
You can try, yeah.
Since it's bugged me so much, I'm going to use my divine intervention.
Okay.
No!
I need a big long drink. Hold on 1 second. If you guys need drinks tonight, I would get them now.
I got mine. I made a cocktail with
Good.
root beer.
You're going to need that cocktail.